The biggest deal in years, Royal Caribbean announcing it's buying a controlling stake in privately held luxury cruise line SILVERSEA, based on an enterprise value of $2 billion. It's a deal that gives Royal a larger footprint in the ultra-luxury segment, which right now it doesn't really have exposure to. Analysts say it also heightens competition with Carnival and Norwegian, which have both been trying to elevate their cruise offerings to attract baby boomers who are now retiring and spending more time on money and travel. Joining us now in a Power Lunch exclusive is Richard Fain, Chairman and CEO of Royal Caribbean Cruises. Richard, great to have you on the show.
Seema, thank you for having me. It's a great day for us.
It is. It will help investors understand this 67% stake in SILVERSEA. What does it mean for Royal's earnings and profitability picture? Because you are paying top dollar for a relatively smaller cruise line.
Well, we are, but it's really a growth opportunity. It's a part of the market that we haven't really been addressing, and SILVERSEA is at the top of its market segment. And our philosophy has been to be the top end of each of our market segments, and we had this one gap in the ultra luxury and expedition area, and we really needed to fill in that space, and to have the leader in that space open up that opportunity. This is, for us, this is a deal, this is the answer to a prayer.
Yeah, investors clearly like what they see. What's interesting is you reaffirmed your earnings guidance despite a number of analysts recently pointing some caution over a stronger dollar, higher fuel costs, also the upcoming hurricane season denting demand for Caribbean travel. What makes you so confident that you can land these numbers?
Well, you know, I know there are some headwinds going on, but our business is just doing extraordinarily well. The public is really appreciating buying experiences these days over buying watches or refrigerators or cars or TV sets. And that's our sweet spot. We offer amazing experiences. And so while we are facing headwinds from some of the things you said, interest rates, fuel, etc., our business is continuing to be extraordinarily strong. And I think the acquisition of this controlling stake in SILVERSEA takes us to the one area that we didn't have a presence in and really fills out our portfolio. So we think it's not going to have a big impact in the short term, but longer term, and we're a very long-term business, this is what we ought to be doing.
Hi, Richard. It's Sarah. Just wondering what you're doing on pricing right now, because one of those analyst notes that Seema mentioned, Morgan Stanley, cited high demand for cruising, but not so much an ability to pass on higher prices of rising oil and fuel costs and a stronger dollar onto your customers.
Well, you know, I know there's concern about that, but we've been producing the goods. We've been adding capacity and we've been raising our prices. We earlier this year gave an estimate that we would raise our prices sort of in the range of 2.5% this year. Then we raised that a little bit at the end of the first quarter. And the indications that we've just given the market are that it's not only continued to be strong, but the fundamental business is actually doing quite a bit better than we earlier expected. So I have to look at what our actual results are. They're very strong. Our forward bookings are strong. This is a good year for us.
Right. Richard, I want to pivot to Hawaii, which has quickly become a pain point for the travel and tourism industry. We know Royal has temporarily canceled some stops to Hilo, which is on the Big Island, where we are seeing heightened volcanic activity. What are you seeing in terms of when travel could resume to the Big Island and the impact on sales for Royal?
Well, for us, it's a very, very small part of our business, so we don't really see any noticeable impact on us overall. But, you know, the Hawaiians are really very resilient. They're all working to get this quickly behind them, and I think it will. And so I don't really see a long-term impact from this. Short-term, obviously, it affects tourism there, but I think that will be short-term.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.